Morning, 20th October 21. Tanker crew management. It is in 2022 as follows. Previously, we used to have a lot of Baltic top officers, but with the issue of only 40% vaccines in Latvia, for example, 70 in Germany, 90 in Spain, it could be that the tide changes in the supply side of tanker crew. Then also we have this positive news about the 26 vaccines that have been approved by New Zealand. So hopefully the rest of the countries will accept these 26. I see no issue in this regard. The budget of a tanker crew management 24 the chemical or tanker approx is $1.05 million, and the junior officers, of course, thanks to India making a strategic the maritime sector, we have now these numbers of junior officers. Thank you very much, India, for helping the maritime community. We hope that more countries will declare a strategic, not essential, but also fundamental maritime community, because if we look at the horizon smiles at India, at the maritime community, and thanks to the hero ship owners tanker, we have a possibility of bringing also karma to these nationalities. For example, in the ratings, there is now a surplus of Filipinos and Indians. What I see is that India has a huge possibility today to supply, but the problem is that due to the system being so perfect, then most of the ratings probably in 2 or 3 enlistment contracts will start to look up the junior officers ranks, so there will be a gap, and this is not so in the Philippines. Therefore, I recommend to have a mixed, but let's say 90% Filipino ratings because of this reason. We will need to have some juniors, and of course, this pool of Indians is very, very useful indeed. But the mixture of this is like a paella. We have to take care in the tanker market and in the chemical crew management market that is not as easy as it was before. Now we have the constraint also of these 26 vaccines and the constraint that the flights have multiplied times 4 today the costs in some cases. So it is becoming very difficult to crew manage tanker ships. Therefore, my recommendation for 2022 is that with a 3% agency fee net transparent in Cantina, we have no conflict of interest with the grants that either ITF or other associations provide, from cadets to officers, ratings to officers, welfare, SP, whatever funds, grants, because in the ship manager side, one thing that I see in the tanker and the chemical tanker and the LPG, LNG too, is that when there is the ship manager involved and there is not the crew management company, conflicts of interest exist. There is talent that the promotions, the best candidates stay in the crew management side, but not in the ship management side, because it goes to the back of the ship manager. This is a huge conflict of interest, and if there is a special growth in some areas like LNG, for example, LPG, which is hard, then of course this will be always back ship managers hat. And in the crew management side, we are not like this. We are transparent and we retain this talent in the ship owners hat. It's very important to look up to these conflicts in the tanker market in the future, because there is going to be a competition for the best talent. It has been now, it will be in the future in areas like engine, well, in all the areas of the tanker ships. So please contact Candina so that we can provide this 3% fee. Perhaps we could even go a little bit, just 2.85 if the fleet is large, and we look forward to having these direct contacts because we have a huge database above 40,000 in our own database, together with social media, 100,000 seafarers. So it's about time that we start to realize that being on the center of this Spanish peninsula as a headquarter, it is very interesting for a lot of tanker owners because the tanker activity will be closer and in the center to Spain. So it's interesting to have also this a strategic location as a crew management business. Now we see that this balance between Asia and Europe is moving towards Europe. So why not? Again, this is 4th generation Cantina looking forward to operate the crew management of your ships. And they're adding the software. Yes, there is a lot of different softwares. You can drive a Ferrari or really you can walk. Well, we use software in the Candina group that is simple, basic, and it's good enough to manage the tanker management self-assessment requirements, and is just what the market requires. So please contact us. Here we are waiting to supply this tender for your good company for another 100 years. Take care. Bye. Thank you.